y'all. How are y'all doing today? So welcome. Come on in, make yourself at home. My name is Marcia with Mimi Makes Keepsakes. I'm happy that you're here. So you're finding me this morning in the living room part of my house. Um, we do have some things going on this morning. I do have Brody Man and Ollie Cat with me today. So it is Wednesday, and I thought I might could do like a proper video in my craft room, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen because I made some projects the end of last week and this week that I want to take to the bakery. And I actually got in the Jeep, took my daughter to work, and headed off to the bakery with the things that I made. I'm like, I got to do a video. Wait, I haven't shown y'all yet because I've got some new patterns that I worked up and some mods to some older patterns for things for the bakery, and I just wanted to share that with y'all. So welcome. I hope everyone is doing well. On my second cup of coffee, little man is getting tired, so he's humming right now. As we'll see how far we can get before I have to go to a commercial break. But this is a mug that one of my girls got me for Mother's Day. I was just a blessed mama. Both of my girls showered me with beautiful gifts, and my son he texted me and said Happy Mother's Day, and for me to enjoy my day, and I'll catch up with him later on this month. You know how kids are. And so we went out to my mom's and went out to my mother-in-law's. We enjoyed a good time with family, and yeah, so I hope everyone had a happy Mother's Day. I know it's a bittersweet holiday. Also, I got to show you one more thing. It says, in a world of grandmas, be a Mimi. That's another little notion. And one of my daughters got this for me in a box of all of the goodies. And I said, this is going to be my notion bag. So I do. I have it. I have all of my stuff in it. And then I have another bag within the bag that has all my hooks. Because you know how we already have several projects going on at one time. So I have several hooks in here. But let's go ahead and get started and let me show you what I worked on, because hopefully I can take it to the bakery this afternoon. The weather has been beautiful. I've had little man all week, but like I said, I'm not at the bakery anymore. But Chef told me to go ahead and bring my stuff up, and so I've been making stuff for the summertime. What do I want to start with first? Okay. Let me start with these little catfishes or meerkats. So this is a mod pattern to Oak and Marlow's. You can make a modification for their Jolene cat pattern, their bear pattern, or their bunny pattern, but you can make them into a little mermaid fish. Can you see? Isn't that adorable? So I made 1, 2, 9, and 3. 1, 2, 3 little mercats. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So the little man counts 1, 2, 9. But these were adaptations. I believe this is Oak and Marlow's pattern, and I believe this is a free mod if you got one of her patterns that you can do a mermaid tail. So you just basically get your pattern for your cat, your bunny, your bear, and instead of starting your legs, you do a mermaid tail, and then you get to a certain point in the body, and then you can pick it back up. I'm not sure where I think it may be row 4 of the body. I'm not really sure. And then I just got the cat pattern. I bought Jolene the cat pattern this week. I didn't have her. And so it's a very quick and easy make. I am so happy that I decided to do this. It's so cute. And yeah. And I just have this little, I was trying to look at my face. the little conch shell bobby pin I got from the Dollar Tree. And I just stuck it in front of her ear. And I gave her little whiskers. So this yarn I did, all of the yarn is Bernat blanket yarn. And I don't remember the colors. I think the head part is called the Times yarn. And the pink is, this pink is, so this pink is actually from the Okie Dokie yarn. I believe I don't remember what color it was. It's the brighter pink they have in their collection. And then this is some Bernat blanket yarn that I have. It may be, I think it's like seafoam green, if I'm not mistaken. And this was all done in I think it was a 6mm hook. If that's not right, I'll stick it in some notes here on the side of the screen. But quick, easy make. I did, when I attached the body, I crocheted that back loop that gave me that front loop to give her a little edging, and I did the little bralette on it, and it's so stinking cute. Also, I'll post a picture of when we went to Key West. There's a statue by one of the local artists called Catfish. So what do you call these? Do you call these mercats, mermaid cats, catfish? But this one also is in Bernat blanket yarn. This is the Mystical, the green color. And I thought it turned out really pretty. I want to do some turtles in this also for the market. Not for the market, for the bakery. Just look at that face. Isn't that stinking cute? I did do safety eyes, but I think these will look just as cute with embroidery eyes or sleepy eyes. And there was no face shaping called for the cat. And then one more. I believe this is that Bernat blanket sand, and then Mystical, that purple color Mystical. Let's do her like this. Isn't she cute? So quick, easy make, fun way to do mermaids, mercats. This is probably one of the easiest mermaid tail patterns I've ever worked up. It was just so simple, so easy. And Oak and Marlow is just a great designer as far as efficient, being simple. Because sometimes you'll work a pattern, it's like, it doesn't have to be this hard. Oak and Marlow does a great job of having patterns that are quick and easy to make, simple to make, but still look really nice. So I did 3 catfish to go to the bakery. I think the cat pattern on Oak and Marlow is called Jolene. And I'll leave all of this in the description below. Also with the Oak and Marlow pattern, with the modification, I made a mermaid, a real mermaid. Y'all ready? Look how cute she is. So she was made with the same modification for the tail. And then I just took that Finn the Bear pattern and finished making her. And instead of adding bear ears, I just added mermaid hair. Look at that hair, y'all. She is just adorable. Also, she was made out of that new yarn that I got, Okie Dokie yarn. And I really like the Okie Dokie yarn. The more that I work with it, the more I like it. You got a yellow truck? Thank you. We got 1 truck. No. We got 2 trucks. Let me see. And we got 3 trucks. So I was just gifted. Thank you. I was just gifted 3 trucks. Thank you. That was so sweet. But the mermaid, I think we're going to call her Shelly. She was made out of that Okie Dokie yarn. And I really like the way the yarn makes up. Ding, ding. It's says a chenille yarn, but it's not soft, and it's soft, but it's not plushy. But it's not really hard where it's uncomfortable to work with. It's like a thinner blanket yarn. Ding ding. It's like a thinner blanket yarn, and with the clover hook, it works up great. You can see your stitches, especially if you're a beginner doing plushies. I would recommend the Okie Dokies yarn for that. And get you a clover hook. Get you a metal clover hook to work this up with. And you're going to enjoy it. It's not as soft and plush as Premier Parfait Chunky or Sweet Snuggles Light, but it's like a blanket yarn, but not real tough like a blanket yarn, because y'all know all blanket yarns are not the same. It's not waxy, I guess you would say. It doesn't drag as bad as some of the burlap blanket yarns do. So far I've worked these colors up and I really like it. So it's a good alternative to if you're looking for some new yarn to try for your plushies. I did use I think a 5.5 millimeter for this. She is adorable. And I did put one of those conch, that's not a conch, I'm sorry, a shell bobby pin, hold her little bangs back a little bit, but I like the way it kind of goes over the eye. She is so cute. I'm going to take her to the bakery, but she is adorable. I think my granddaughter would love one like this. So the hair, let's talk about the hair for a moment. In one of my videos, when I went to the Walmart, I picked up some yarn, and this is from their Bitty Stripes collection. They had out front, kind of away from the yarn section, they had it to one side. And this is their Rainbow Mist. So I really like that. It does, as you can see, I pulled from the center and started with this color here, and then it just kind of gradually went to this, and then the back is what it ended up, the color that ended up showing. I didn't color control. I thought about color controlling her, but I didn't. I said she'll be the way that she's meant to be. But yeah, Okie Dokies yarn, Oak and Marlow, a clover hook. It's just a recipe for success. And especially if you're new doing amigurumi, I would recommend this yarn and a clover hook and Oak and Marlow patterns. So one more thing I have to share with y'all, and I need to figure out who this artist is. Let me go get my iPad. Hold please. Okay, I am back. I got my iPad so I can kind of see the info of the things that I've made. I like to post what I make on my Instagram, so that way I can keep up with what yarn hook I use, what hook size I used, and what yarn that I used. So I just got little man's blocks out, and I'll play with those with him in a minute. But excuse me, back to the hook size that I used for the catfish or meerkats or mermaid cats was a 6.5 millimeter crochet hook. And I noticed this one's a little bit longer than, so she may have got some extra rounds, I'm sure. So I do get a chance to work on these with while little man's taking a nap. And sometimes while he's over there playing, if we're not doing any activities, I'll come over here and crochet at the table. I have to hide out from Ollie Cat and little man. Well, I have to keep it on the table, so they like to help. The cat and little man like to help. Y'all hear him singing? He's so sweet. Okay. So they were made with a 6.5 millimeter clover crochet hook. And I'm sure that's probably what I used for the Little Mermaid, I think. I don't remember. Hey. Yeah, you telling everybody hey? No, for her, I used a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook and Okie Dokies yarn. Okay, I am going to look for some tractors to play for Brody. You want to watch some tractors? Toad. Is that dude? Don't throw him. Gotta be nice. Gotta be nice to Toad. There is this YouTube for kids, and there's a show set in India. It's called Pramad's Life, and he loves it. It's all about heavy equipment, tractors, the dump trucks, and it just shows these guys from start to finish putting gas, not water, because he's like, water? I'm like, no, that's gasoline. Filling up their tractors, just going and doing stuff. So Nini's, oh my Nini, oh my Brody, I love you. So we have that on if you hear it in the background. Hey, my Brody. Okay, I am back. How are y'all? Did y'all have a good break? Did you get a chance to get you a snack, something to drink? So little man had him a snack. So I think I left off. I have one more thing I want to show y'all before I head off to the bakery with it. This is something I've never made before. I've never made from this pattern before, and I'm gonna get it pulled up for you right quick. So this is a sweet little manatee. I've seen different people make manatees, and it's like I like that. But this pattern just spoke to me. It's like, okay, I have to make this one for the summer. And this is little Milo manatee. Isn't it cute? It is so cute. It's a good size. You can buy the smaller one. I hope it's focusing. The smaller one, the larger one, or you can get the combo pack. This is this small one. Let me step out. See if it'll focus. Focus. Okay. And this is Milo the manatee. I enjoyed making this. It's a no-sew. Fairly easy to make, but for me, first off, let me tell you, I made this with Burnett blanket yarn. It's the Mystical. I believe it's called the Teal Storm. And I used a 5.5 millimeter hook for the body and 6 millimeter for the tail. Look at that adorable tail. Gave it embroidery eyes. So this is a pattern by Crochet with Hooks. This is the smaller one. I didn't buy the larger pattern. First, I wanted to make sure it's something I enjoyed making. And I really did enjoy making it, except for the fins. I think the next time, it's a no-sew pattern. So for me, I think it would be easier if I just sew the fins in. She gave very clear instructions, but for my learning style or the way that I comprehend, it was just a little too much overboard for me, I guess. Sometimes they stick with facts. That's what works for me. Just very simple. This is what you do. But I appreciate her giving all the details, and I'm sure that works great for a lot of people, just not for me. But it doesn't say I won't make this again. Only problem that I had is when you get ready to start doing the fins, it says crochet 1 to 4 stitches more, so the fins would be even with the head. Well, it doesn't tell me where that stitch should end up. Should it end up on the side of the head? Should it end up on the bottom of the head? And I think also it would be helpful if it said your decreases or increases should be on the side, the top, or bottom. I would not recommend this for a beginner, not at all. But I think next time that I do it, I will just plan to sew these fins in. I think that would work best for me. But she does give a lot of details on how to work the fins, and she does do it different than what you would normally sew in, like you sew in your fins for your turtles. This is different, and maybe if I do it again, I could comprehend it better. But this mind to mind, it just doesn't. Sometimes it just like I'm not understanding, so I'm going to do it the way that makes sense for me, and that's what I did. But I do look forward to making another one. Look at this cute face. Okay, look at that cute face. So the face shaping is adorable. Um, it did end up being a little crooked from the fins, but that's okay. I don't mind that. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna get the big one yet or not. I'm gonna take this to the bakery, see how it does. It is so cute and cuddly. And I'm sure there's people out there that love manatees. And I do want to make some more, but I will have to figure out how I can do the rounds to get the counts that I need for that round where you attach the fins and just mark that round and end up sewing in the fins. That will work best for me. Or just do it the way that I did the first time. I kind of looked at the pattern and said, okay, well, she does tell you there should be 3 stitches in between the fins. So that kind of helped gave me a guide. But as far as stitch 1 to 4 more stitches to get it even, so the fins will be even where to start, it just, even though it said 1 to 4 stitches, I was just kind of unclear where I needed to go from there. But like I said, I still like the pattern. I would make the pattern again. If you're somebody that loves a lot of details and instructions, that's great. It was a little overwhelming for me, but I still like the pattern. The designer did a great job designing, shaping the head, the fins. Very easy to make once you get how to sew in those fins. You can whip these up in a matter of no time. But like I said, it's just me, and I will make another one. And I may get the larger one and just see how manatees do for me down here. Next on my list is to make some sea turtles for the bakery. But I just wanted to stop right quick and share these with y'all before I take them to the bakery. Hey, my baby. And I will go, and hopefully I can get back on later this week. I so wanted to sit down and do a proper video show and tell in my craft room, but so is life. Welcome to Mimi's world. It just didn't happen, and I want to get them to the bakery before the weekend, even though it's Wednesday. I just feel like today is a good day to get out and about with little man, go to the park, stop by the bakery, kind of make the best use of my time. I think tomorrow I'm going to go out and see my mom, and Friday, and then we have the weekend. Weekend's going to be busy going into the summer, spending time with family and grandkids, and moving my studio into the pool house. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the summertime. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. And if I can get back on, I will chat with y'all. And thank you for being here and hanging out with me. Y'all mean so much to me. And I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have a great rest of your day, night, morning, whenever you may be watching this. And if I can get back on this week, I sure will. Talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.